So here we are again. Welcome back to an updated team video for round 5 Super Saturday. Again, reason why I'm bringing out an updated team video, obviously did my provisional team before the teams got announced. When it got announced, I kind of wanted to make a few picks. There's not too many changes, you'll all be glad to know, but there are a few key differences and I'll run through them now. But as always, the Six Nations is coming to an end, but the content doesn't stop. The Women's Six Nations I'll be posting about, and also Super Brew, I have been doing the Premiership Fantasy for them as well. So if you want to see that, subscribe to the channel, stay tuned for more fantasy content. So these are positions I have removed. I've taken out Cyril Bay, George Martin, and maybe shockingly, James Lowe. That's the only changes to the starting team. I have also changed my super sub, Marcus Smith, I've taken out. Let's dive in to see who I've changed it to. So, there's a few reasons for my picks. First off, I've changed Cyril Bay for Pierre Schuman. Reason for this, well, you'll see later in the video, needed a French player elsewhere, but Schuman has performed really well, scored pretty much above 15 points the whole time, and for a prop, I definitely take that. Obviously we know defensive returns get quite well, as opposed to attacking returns this time, but Schuman seems to be Scotland's main ball carrier, and he scored a couple of tries as well. So, look, not hopeful of the fixture, but I do feel like he will have some minutes on the pitch and hopefully go pretty well as he usually does. For the next pick, I have gone with Tyburn. Definitely had a bit of FOMO with this one. I had George Martin in, which was a solid pick. He scored, I think, 18 points last game. But I kind of thought about it. George Martin had like a really decent game against Ireland and still only scored 18 points. I feel like Burn, if he was to have as decent of a game as George Martin, then he'd be scoring 40 points. So I also feel like everyone's picked him, so I can't miss out if he scores another 40 point. That would just be quite detrimental to my team. So I've had to have him in. He's a solid player. Like I said, before the last round, on average points, Burn was the best in fantasy. So I think he's a must-have. But if you're not picking him, huge differential, of course. Then, for my replacement for James Lowe, I have gone for Thomas Ramos. Reason for this, James Lowe scored 2 tries last time out, didn't really get too involved elsewhere in the game, only scored 29 points. So for me, 2 tries, you should be at 50 points minimum. But that's just not how the points work at the moment. Ramos is at 10, and Ramos actually scored almost 40 points last game, and he was 10, obviously kicking, so that's a huge score. And I'm pretty sure he didn't get an assist or a try, but correct me if I'm wrong. I just think Ramos, it's there for the taking for him. It's France at home in Lyon, as you guys corrected me, against England, who are coming off quite an emotional high. So I feel like if France are going to finish this tournament strong, then this will be the way to do it. And I think Ramos, the way they play at Toulouse, how he controls the game and he's kicking, I think it's a solid pick. Then for my change in super sub. So this is probably the biggest differential pick I'm going to do. And I definitely need to do it. I need to boost up in my mini leagues a little bit. I felt Marcus Smith was quite an obvious pick, especially from last time. So he scored 11 points, came off the bench, had a good drop goal. Is he likely to do that again? Well, maybe, but I feel like a lot of people will be off the back of it. Obviously England won last time off his kick. So I feel in terms of differential, Ross Vincent is the place to go. Only thing is, they do have 2 back rows on the bench, Italy, Zuliani and Ross Vincent, but Vincent has been so solid. He scored almost 30 points in the previous 2 games he's played, and that's filling in for Lorenzo Canone. We obviously know Canone is back from injury, but I think Vincent deserves to get some good minutes at the Principality from his last 2 performances. And if he comes on, carries hard, tackles hard, like that's literally what he does, I think he'll get some good points for me and hopefully be a really decent differential super sub. So there we have it. I think I'm pretty much locked in. Still gone Pinot captain, which I also think is quite a differential for this week. I think many people might pick an Irish player just on the basis that it's Dublin, St. Paddy's week, and obviously winning the Six Nations. I feel France-England is going to be hopefully an open game, but we'll soon find out. Also, again, differential pick for me is Vincent on the bench. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments. I don't think it's too bad, but obviously it is differential. It can swing both ways. As always, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed and if you're new around here, but also comment down below your teams. I do look at all comments, and it is Friday, so we've got less than, probably 24 hours when this video is posted until the deadline. So, thanks all for watching. It's been Superb Six Nations, and I'll see you all in the next video.